What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at my little thing we got here. This is my 1995 Audi S6. It's 2.2 5-cylinder turbo. I like to call it the rust rocket. It's from Minnesota, so got a lot of rust. I'm kind of going to give a little tour of the car, I guess. I know there's not a lot of videos about these, so I kind of wanted to contribute a little bit, but I'm gonna switch the camera around and get to it. Starting on the outside, do a little overview. See, rust rocket. Rust is terrible on this thing. It's not like terrible, but I mean, yeah. Not the greatest, that's for sure. So originally I had this thing fully gutted, so now we have the trunk and carpets, really. It's going to be winter here, so I want to have a little bit more insulation. So yeah, I can literally see the ground. I got this car a couple years ago for, I think it was $1,500, so $1,500. Originally came in tan interior, still need to get a dash. This thing was in rough shape. I bought it non-running. The engine harness at the plug for the ECU was corroded, and previous owner was trying to make their own harness. A little bit higher mileage, so you can see where I cut it. But a little higher bit mileage. Definitely not low by any means. 230, which is not great. Got only the essentials. No need for a radio, because what good is a radio gonna do when you got a 5-cylinder to listen to instead? So nothing too special, just kind of the basics. Stock internals is a Garrett GTX 3071R eBay manifold, holding up pretty well. Stock wastegate. It's got a 20-pound spring, I believe. This turbo XS blow-off valve from like 9 years ago. Got that a while ago, actually. I was running no blow-off valve for a while, but my turbo was starting to kind of let some oil pass by and burn it out the exhaust, so I kind of changed that. It's got some 2 Bennett camber plates. These things are kind of nice to have. If you don't know, the stock top hats on these are very brittle, and eventually, once they have enough wear on them, they'll make your strut shoot through your hood. Obviously, nobody wants that. It's got 62-pound injectors. Thing's making about 400 horsepower, give or take. It's got a Walbro 450 fuel pump. Getting a little low on coolant. I think I'm losing coolant somewhere. That's just the joy of these. That's Audi life. Always losing coolant. Trying to think of what else it has. It has a 034 Motorsport short shifter. It's on some KW lowering springs, which apparently in the US is pretty hard to get. Only because they don't. I don't know if this is how it still is, but they used to not ship to the US unless it was like a big order, like a group buy. And it's got the typical gauges, just low shift, and it's got an AEM wideband. But start it up, let you guys listen to it. A little bit of a cold start. Even with a muffler, 2 mufflers actually, it's still pretty dang loud. Sounds so good though. I think it's got a minor exhaust leak. That's what that ticking is. But I mean, otherwise, this thing is dead silent. No ticking, no weird noises. No blow by. Like, I mean, for 230,000 miles, this thing is pretty mint sounding. I'll let this get warmed up and give you a couple revs. All right, give it a couple revs. Love it. I love it, I love it. Factory intercooler too. Yeah, silicone hoses, Verkline bushings, just polyurethane, and then rear Verkline aluminum subframe mounts. Also, it's got the Euro taillights too. The US has, they're more like bricks instead of these little ones like this. Because US, the plate tub only goes to the size of the plate, so then the lights are that much bigger. You can probably see the bushings. Yeah, they're red. Yep, here she is. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it as always. If you guys want to see anything else about the car, feel free to just drop a comment, whatever you like. Yeah, thank you for watching.